my channel, Tarot and Oracle for the Soul. It doesn't look like anyone's on, but I'm doing these lives just because it's fun. Here I'm trying to get rid of the window because the glare from the window is pretty big. But I received this actually a few days ago, but we were out of town. We went to a cherry festival. But since it's going to be summer right around the corner, I got my strawberry handkerchief on and my cute little strawberry crocheted handmade earrings in. I got these off of Etsy as well. I love homemade Etsy stuff, especially crochet anything because I can't crochet. I know there's a lot of tarot tubers who make amazing crochet gifts and tarot bags, and I try to learn how to crochet and it's just not for me. So I am doing an unboxing of the City Labyrinth Tarot, and this has been on my Etsy wish list for quite a while. Wow, look at how good they packaged this. This is amazing. I think they used like a whole pound of saran wrap. Oh wow. Okay, they didn't use that much. It's just packaging. And that, excuse me. So this is from Pentagram Publishing, Pentagram Shop, and they're out of the Ukraine. Hi, welcome. I'm doing an unboxing of the City Labyrinth by Pentagram Publishing out of the Ukraine. I love that this is a city deck, a city tarot, based on New York City in the 2000s. I used to love New York City. I wanted to go to NYU. That was my #1 school, but my father said absolutely not over his dead body. I'm kind of glad I didn't go because I would have been there during 9/11. I would have been there instead of DC, and being in DC was crazy enough. Seeing the military police. So here is the side of the box. And the back. It says the City Labyrinth Tarot deck is about life in New York in the early 2000s. The phones, computers, and cars that the characters use are typical of the time and already seem outdated. In addition, some arcana contain direct references to the millennium. Thus, the heroine of the High Priestess resembles the Oracle from the film The Matrix, and the card, the Tower, depicts a tragic attack on the Twin Towers. So it comes with this cute little book. Hi, welcome. I'm doing an unboxing. I purchased this deck for myself from Etsy for my birthday. My the owner of the shop where I give tarot readings gave me this cute balloon. It's already like deflated. So we jump right in the booklet to the major arcana, and just a little like paragraph or two right up. So for the Fool, it says the upright card indicates important changes in your life which are likely to be unplanned and could require a lot of your vitality. The reverse card signifies instability, disruption in your work, carelessness, helplessness, and making mistakes. All right, so that is the for the major, and then let's read one. I'll just do a random one. 8 of Cups. The upright card suggests parting, upheaval of the value system, and tiredness. You can get a chance to start all over again. The reverse card indicates new acquaintances, strong feelings, and happiness. So like a sentence for each, which is cool. That's not bad. Okay, so the English section is about 34 pages, and then it looks like we have another language. So that is the little book. Okay, so the cards are pretty sticky, like you can see. So it's gonna, this is gonna take me a minute to kind of break them apart. So there's a cover card with Pentagram Publishing. Look at the backs. I love that it looks like graffiti. That is so fun. And I like that these cards were not also packaged in plastic. I just cannot stand that. And then we just have a random card. It's the backs on both sides. So we have the Fool just walking down the street with his work bags and his dog. It looks like a cool, crisp, late winter day, early winter day in New York City. And these cards are glossy. This punk dude is cool. So for the Magician, we have a punk sitting on a stoop, smoking cigarettes. We've got the graffiti behind him. The High Priestess hanging out in a cafe on the sidewalk. I love just sitting on the sidewalk in a cafe, at a cafe in New York City. It's weird now, after 2020, all the outside seatings have like these tents over them with plastic. It's really weird. I don't know, I'm sure they're still up. It's not the same vibe as it used to be when you would sit outside. So the Empress, it's a mom and her daughters at a coffee shop, which I love that. A local coffee shop, just indie. This Emperor, he kind of has like the swag. It kind of looks like it could be like Johnny Depp, but he looks like a cool businessman with his funky hat. The Hierophant, just a neighborhood elderly gentleman reading to the little kids. I think that's cool. The Lovers. It looks like the artwork, it looks like they did either ink or colored pencil. You can see the line work, it's really nice. I should ask my husband what he thinks it is. Nikolai, are you watching?
Yeah, but I can't really tell from.
You can't see it.
Let me see. Let me see what.
My husband's an artist, so I'm having him look what he thinks it is, if it's pen or colored pencil. The Hermit, sad. The homeless gentleman trying to stay warm. Oh, I love this. The Wheel of Fortune. She's coming out of a bookstore. I still have to make it to the Strand. I think it's called the Strand or the Stand. It's like one of the largest bookstores.
Looks like colored pens.
He thinks it looks like colored pens, which is what I thought maybe. So I've been to one of the biggest bookstores, the one in, it was Seattle, right? Seattle, Washington, that
Yeah.
big, what was it called?
I don't know.
We went to this one that was really big in Seattle, Washington, and it was like multiple stories. But the one in, I think in New York City is like a few blocks along. Like I want to go there so bad, but
It was in Portland.
oh, it was Portland, Oregon. Excuse me, it wasn't Seattle, Washington. Justice, very fitting. Thank you for hitting the like. If everyone in the comments can hit that like button. If you're still watching, can you in the comments do a thumbs up for me, please, too? The Hangman. Oh man, this one looks scary. I don't know if he. Okay, Powell's book in Portland, Oregon. That place was pretty cool too. I was in heaven. This Hangman looks scary. Like it looks like he's falling. I hope he's not falling. That's kind of terrifying. Thank you for both putting, hitting that like button. No. And if you, thank you for everyone who voted in my poll about what kind of videos you guys want to see. I know you all want to see more VRs, and I will definitely, I'm editing one and I've got 2 more to film. So Temperance, let's see. Oh wow, this guy's doing, he's levitating. That's pretty cool. That the Temperance card is a man instead of usually like the angel. So I'm doing a walkthrough of the city Labyrinth. I bought this deck off Etsy. They do have a website as well, but off Etsy it was free shipping with no minimum, because this company is out of the Ukraine. The Devil. It's interesting, it's just kids hanging out. It looks like they're hanging out. It looks like a punk, and then just this normal looking girl, but the devil's hanging out above them, tempting them, get into trouble. Okay, so trigger warning if anyone like lived through this. I know like the younger generations weren't there and didn't experience it, but this one is hi Madame Maru. I know, let me go see if I can close that window. The light is really bright.
Yeah, that would make a difference. The other one was really long. Still the same.
It's still the same?
Yeah. Just if you could angle yourself a little bit more away from it.
Alright, I closed.
Right there, yeah, that's better.
No problem. Thank you for letting me know. I was trying to have it angled away. Could you see the cards I showed at all?
No, barely.
Barely? Okay, I'll go through them really quick. Okay, so here's the backs.
That's a better.
They're also shiny, like very high gloss. So I know it's... Then we got this extra card that's just the backs on both sides.
Yeah, she said it's much better.
Oh, good, good. You're welcome. I want you guys to be able to see them.
Yeah, you can see them better now. Yeah, if you do what you're doing, like, it doesn't.
I was talking about how I went to college in DC. Luckily, at the time, getting a bus ticket to New York City was like super cheap. But I only did that one time. I went to a I won't get into it, but I went and did something, and I think I went and saw Rent, and I hung out with some of my college friends who lived in the city, whose family lived in the city. We hung out with them, and we just had like breakfast at one of the little cafes, and like like this. It's so sad that now the outside seating is all covered in plastic. But I only did that like once or twice. And then unfortunately 9/11 happened, and I didn't go back to NYC for like 15 years. And previous to that, I went every year because I had family there. My uncle was NYPD, and he was one of the responders. But I didn't want to go back. My parents have been to the museum. I just can't handle it. Like, it's too upsetting to me. But when we went back, we went to the Bronx. I went to do Walk Along the High Line, which was a lot of fun. So this is the card that I said could be triggering if you experienced. The star. I think for the star, instead of doing this bar, it would have been really fun if they had done Times Square. I love Times Square. The energy there is just unbelievable. There's a buzz in New York City. Myth or rumor or spiritualists say that there's like quartz or selenite or something under the city, and that's why you literally feel like you're buzzing. Like, there's so much energy. It is literally the city that never sleeps. I love this moon card. So my husband thinks that these are done with like fine point ink pens. The kids outside playing. My dad talks about he grew up in the 40s and 50s in New York City, and he would play like stoop ball. He showed me how to play it, but like kick a can. Things like that. Judgment. But yeah, New York City was my favorite city growing up. New York City is so magical at Christmas time. Going to Rockefeller Center to see the Rockettes and going ice skating and the World card. Going to Broadway and seeing the shows. Going to thrift stores. But yeah, now going to New York City is kind of more difficult because my uncle passed away a few years ago. I wish I could have gone, but I couldn't make it. And my aunt moved out of the city, so now it's kind of like, you know, we would stay with her. So this is interesting. It's supposed to be New York City. Now, don't get me wrong. I loved the Chicago Bulls, especially in the 90s, especially when they were winning. But if this is supposed to be a New York City card, why do they have the Bulls winning? I don't know. That's too funny.
They probably won in 2000.
Nikolai, can you search that? Who won in 2000? It's too funny. I have my assistant, Nikolai, looking things up for us. 701s, the protests.
Mm-hmm. So it's supposed to be 2000?
Like 2000s, yeah.
Oh, 2000s.
Yeah, like early 2000s.
Okay, in 2000 the Lakers won, so yeah, that doesn't make sense. That looks like
Who won?
That looks like 90s.
90s, right? Chicago Bulls.
90s Bulls.
Yeah, when they won all those championships.
Yeah.
This is a really interesting 8 of Wands. It looks like she's blinded by the light, like how you guys were earlier. Nine of Wands, a guy out running in Central Park. Ten of Wands. Page of Wands. I like this Knight of Wands on his motorcycle. Who won in 2001, Nikolai?
Oh, the Lakers. Yep, the Lakers. I think that's when they won the 3,
3 years in a row.
or something like that.
It's okay. I'm not mad at it. I love the Chicago Bulls in the 90s. I was the biggest Michael Jordan fan. I had the cereal that my mom wouldn't let me open, like it was a collector, and Michael Jordan with Scottie Pippen and who was the other guy? I don't know. There was the third guy. The 3 of them, and I collected basketball cards. Unfortunately, in our last move, it all got taken by the movers. They helped themselves. But yeah, I loved Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, and I played basketball in middle school, believe it or not. I played point guard because I am short. This is a cool 3 of Swords. He's in the subway. He looks like he's tired from shopping. And there's like graffiti behind him with the heart and 3 swords.
So I was right. The Bulls won from 91 to 93 and 96 to 98.
Yeah. The Bulls won a lot in the 90s. So I guess they were doing like late 90s. Who won in 99?
It wasn't the Bulls. The last one was 98. San Antonio Spurs.
Interesting.
That was a very short year, I think. I could be wrong.
Oh man, 7 of Swords. The woman getting pickpocketed. See, he's lifting her wallet. If you have not been to New York City and you plan on going, don't ride the subway. My father made us walk everywhere. You park or out of the city and you take a bus in, or
Well, you could take the subway, just you be very careful.
No. So this was always my dad's advice growing up. We do not take the subway. One of his friends slash coworkers' daughter went to New York City for an art class, and he told them, he told his friend, tell your daughter to tell them don't take the subway. Do not get on the subway. We were never allowed to take the subway. We hardly took taxis. We just walked everywhere. They took the subway, and a gang fight broke out. People got stabbed. They fell all over the kids. You know, they're fighting. They were all traumatized. Because if something happens, there's no way out. You're stuck. And even in Phoenix, I didn't really feel comfortable. It's not a subway, but they have like I guess you'd call it like a metro rail. What do they call it, Nikolai?
Light rail.
A light rail. So it's above ground. And I took it one time all the way from one end to the end, from the beginning all the way to the end, and I rode back. And all it was full of drunk kids, college kids, and they were harassing everyone and trying to like pick fights. And it was pretty scary. The light rail police, it took them long enough to get on to kick the clearly intoxicated young men off the train, but it was starting to escalate, and I was afraid that, I mean, it's Arizona, it's Phoenix, shootouts happen like all the time. I was afraid a gun was gonna come out. And I never rode the light rail again because it was scary. Now, it wasn't bad riding the bus. Like, I never had any issues on the bus, but in riding the bus in Phoenix, but something about that light rail, I don't know what it was. So the Five of Cups, we don't have the cups, but we just see that he looks forlorn and he looks sad. Just like the Four of Cups, drinking alone. We didn't have 4 cups, but we just had that gentleman alone at the bar looking all sad. 6 of Cups, we have 2 children having fun, blowing bubbles with their bubble gum. Seven of Cups, we have one of the newsstands. I miss magazines. Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups, this is fun. She just had a very fun day of shopping with her dog. 10 of Cups with the family out walking in the park. Page of Cups, we have the street musician, street performer. I like watching the people breakdancing and dancing. Or the people just set up doing artwork in the parks. I just really like this deck for the artwork and the details. Sorry, I kind of put the cards out of order. I apologize. Madame Maru's House of Cards, how are you today? Thanks for stopping by. Good, good. I'm glad you're doing well. Is it hot where you are? It's really hot here today. It's 101. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, Madame Aurora. I like the drawing style too. I like the composition of the cards and the details. There's a lot of details in all of these cards. Oh, see, this is what I was talking about with the street artists. I love the street artists in New York City. There was a lot in when we went to New Orleans as well. New Orleans is just too hot for me. I love all of these paintings. It's so cool. Oh, okay, so 71. Yeah, not bad. We're like 101. Just got back from the lake, so I was like, let me just jump on. I got this arrived on Saturday, but then we were gone all day and I was tired when we got back. And then Sunday I was like, oh, it's Father's Day. No one's gonna watch. I love how there's like a pentagram right here. And she's in the penthouse. Has an amazing view, drinking her morning coffee. And the Ten of Pentacles are eating on the rooftop. So you're on the northeast. Did you get rain again today? I hear you guys have been getting rain like every day. This one's cool. Another biker. There's a lot of bikers in this. The Knight of Pentacles. There's another pentagram in here. And I'm not really sure if this is supposed to show that like this gentleman's like moving in or like van life. I don't know if van life was really that big in the 2000s. And then the Queen of Pentacles with her children. And the last card, the King of Pentacles. Madame Maru's House of Cards, thanks for hanging out with us. And, well, I guess like even though I read some from the book, I guess I could draw a card and see how they shuffle. They're really flexible. The cards are really, really... Oh, that's good. No rain. Very high gloss, very flexible. They have kind of like a plasticky finish. You're welcome, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. So they shower really nicely. I'm sure they would like fan, and as I drop like a million because they're so slippery. Oh, okay, I only dropped 2. So I dropped the moon and the sun, but I'll just read the moon card from the book. So it says the upright card means fraud. You are unaware of something, and this fact can spoil your life. The card indicates an enemy, probable illness, and the near future. Ah, that's scary. All right, well, hopefully not. They like, even for the positive upright, like no sugarcoating it. I mean, that's not what I consider like what I would call the moon. That's not what I think of when I get the moon card. But all right, that's their interpretation. That's pretty, pretty bleak. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me today. And if you voted in my poll about what videos you want to see, the consensus was VRs. I have 1 more that I'm editing right now, and then I have 2 more to film. I know, it's so dire. Like, why? Illness and all that, like, it's so scary. It doesn't have to, the moon isn't that scary. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.